Everything explained in this video is summarized from the CoinMarketCap. And also, please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel for future XRP news and some other cryptocurrency news in general. Now, take a look at this. Could October 16 mark the end of the XRP lawsuit? Before we move further, there is a new crypto airdrop now taking place on Telegram, which is about to launch anytime soon. And please make sure you participate in this airdrop. The link is in the description of the video. Don't miss out on this. Now let's continue with our video. The extended legal struggle that Ripple has been engaged in with the SEC has entered a crucial phase, and the XRP community is buzzing with enthusiasm. An article that was published on X not too long ago by Ashley Prosper shed light on the subsequent steps in the appeal process, which in turn prompted a series of replies from significant voices in the community. Because Ripple's swell event coincides with important legal deadlines, there is a growing sense of anticipation around the possibility of a resolution to the dispute. There will soon be a settlement conference between Ripple and the SEC. After the appeal of the Securities and Exchange Commission was docketed, Ashley Prosper's piece provided a comprehensive insight into the legal procedure. The case has been submitted to the camp office where a settlement meeting is going to be held as stated by Prosper. Both parties must be completely ready to engage in in-depth discussions regarding legal, factual, and procedural matters during this conference. In addition, attorneys are required to speak with their clients in advance to get the maximum amount of authority feasible to negotiate a settlement. It is interesting to note that active engagement in this process is not voluntary. It is expected that both the attorneys and the clients would act in good faith, and the court reserves the authority to impose sanctions on those who do not comply with this expectation. The completion of this essential step has increased the level of anticipation that a solution might be on the horizon. The deadline is on October 16th, and the swell event is aligned. Almost immediately, a member of the community named Mickey Sexarp chimed in and inquired about the deadline for the SEC to disclose the specifics of the appeal it is appealing against. Based on the response provided by Ashley Prosper, the deadline has been established for the 16th of October, which also happens to be the last day of Ripple's swell event. As a result of this scheduling, speculation has spread throughout the community, and many people are still holding out hope that Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse will make a substantial announcement as swell comes to a close. Ben Lemaire hilariously expressed his desire for Garlinghouse will announce that the legal dispute against the SEC has finally been resolved. As a result of the fact that Ripple's most important event and the legal deadline coincide, there's been a lot of speculation about a flip of the switch moment, which might potentially indicate a significant turning point in the fight between Ripple and the SEC. A withdrawal of the SEC appeal is possible. The possibility of the Securities and Exchange Commission abandoning its appeal is becoming a heated topic of conversation as the deadline draws nearer. As a result of the timing, there have been rumors circulating among the community that the regulatory body would reverse its opinion, particularly in light of Ripple's positive position in recent court verdict. Even though there is no definitive evidence to support it at this time, the idea that the SEC is withdrawing from the case is gaining popularity. Despite a court's decision that XRP is not a security, the Securities and Exchange Commission now claims it may operate beyond the law. After that, he committed to keep a close eye on the situation and investigate the possibility of pursuing a course of action that would expose the Securities and Exchange Commission for what he considered to be an unlawful overreach. Critiques of the overreach of the SEC and assault on the purported shared oversight that the SEC is supposed to exercise over XRP futures contracts will serve as the basis for this action. The exchange contends that XRP futures should not be categorized as securities and hence should not fall under the jurisdiction of the SEC. This is because the exchange argues that these contracts do not qualify as securities. This aligns with what Garlinghouse says about the SEC's ongoing overreach into regulation, which he believes impedes innovation and advancement inside the Bitcoin field. This is in line with what Garlinghouse argues. Continued legal conflicts involving Ripple. In point of fact, Ripple has been engaged in legal proceedings against the SEC since December of last year, when Ripple sold $1.3 billion worth of XRP through unregistered securities offerings. The agency filed a lawsuit against the company. Ripple contended during the entirety of the litigation that XRP was not a security position. This assertion was partially vindicated in July 2023 when District Judge Annalisa Torres ruled that the programmatic sales of XRP on public exchanges do not constitute transactions of securities. Even though she issued a directive stating that direct sales of XRP to institutional investors can be considered security transactions, there is still a great deal of ambiguity around the regulatory landscape. A cross appeal was submitted by Ripple in response to the SEC's appeal of the judge's decision, which was filed against the judge's decision. The Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, and the rapidly expanding cryptocurrency industry are engaged in several ongoing skirmishes about who will have the authority to regulate cryptocurrencies. The conflicts have frequently resulted in quite vociferous and persistent criticism from the chief legal officer at Ripple, Stuart Alderete, and his staff. They appear to detect overreach in the behavior of the SEC, as well as constitutional issues concerning the boundaries of its authority to exercise regulatory power. Reactions from the industry and exhortations for clarity. Many members of the cryptocurrency community are outraged by the attacks that Garlinghouse has launched against the Securities and Exchange Commission SEC. This community believes that the SEC's actions not only serve to undermine the interests of innovation, but also serve as a symptom of a more widespread struggle for regulatory clarity in the industry. Because cryptocurrency markets are anticipated to continue developing over time, it is not yet clear to what degree the outcome of these legal disputes will impact how digital assets are governed in the United States. Reactions from the industry and exhortations for clarity. The matter is made even more complicated by the fact that the Securities and Exchange Commission and the Commodity Futures Trading Commission CFTC digital assets in a somewhat different light. Even though the Securities and Exchange Commission, is adamant about the regulation of securities, the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, CFTC, typically views certain Bitcoin contracts as commodities. This fractured regulatory picture caused firms to become confused about cryptocurrency, which in turn sparked calls for the regulators to provide more clear guidelines. Considering that Ripple and the majority of other cryptocurrency businesses are currently navigating turbulent waters with regulatory updates, Garlinghouse's statements have recently brought a new degree of significance to the situation. Battles in the courtroom that are currently taking place have the potential to influence more than just the future of Ripple and XRP. In the meantime, the natural and keen interest will come from stakeholders and watchers within the industry. This is because of the legal battles between crypto businesses and regulatory authorities such as the SEC will continue. Despite ongoing legal pressure from the United States Securities and Exchange Commission, Ripple Labs continues to face legal challenges. The performance of its native coin XRP has been negatively impacted as a result of this continuing fight. Even though other cryptocurrencies have experienced significant growth, XRP has not kept pace. One of the most significant problems is the information that has been provided is not intended to be trading advice. There is no responsibility for any investments that are made based on the information that is provided on this page. Before making any decision about investments, we strongly advise conducting independent research and consulting with a knowledgeable professional.